Jones, you are 50 and you rich. You walk around with millions of dollars on your neck and your wrist. How long do you feel like you have to prove that you tough? We done seen you around some of the toughest people in the world, and we don't believe that you're tough. You're Jim Jones. You're Jobo. You are the rapper. I'm not saying you the biggest punk in the world. You just the dude that got ran out of the ruckus. We see the video with you outside of the club while all the dudes around you getting beat on, you just standing there watching. Why do you still feel the need to prove that you're tough when you rich? Rich people don't have to be tough.
What's up, Capo? Where we at? Shit, right now we're in Compton. Infamous Gonzalez Park.
Easy call. Hey, look, easy call. Hey, look, he in good hands with Allstate. He one of my guys. That part. Hey, look, man, I love the home. Pull up like that. When you pull up, it's all good. Hey, it's all good.
That part, certified gangster. 2025 still with the bullshit though. You know, business and bullshit.
Because he pulled up like a Gonzalez Park.
I ain't gonna lie, when I came out here to do the certified gangster video, ain't nobody want to come outside. They said you gotta speak to this guy right here. I don't know what you talk about, blood. I don't know about no video, no nothing. They said you gotta speak to Wacko. I said who? They said nah. Everybody said you gotta speak to Wacko. You heard?
I ain't gonna tell you nothing but the real, homie. That's what that is. Straight up Compton though.
Still speaking to Wacko. You heard?
That boy.
What's up? We out here though, in the midst of it. You heard? On turf. You heard? On bees, on Compton. Stop playing with us. Real certified gangsters with me too. Hop out, not the little one, the big one. You heard?
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I did a video about Jim Jones probably about a few weeks ago, talking about how he's the old guy and trying to still be young. And then subsequently, right in the mix of that, Cameron was throwing shots at him, talking about he wasn't from Harlem, he was a fan, yada yada yada. So I did a video about that, and this is like, once again, when y'all see this video, this will probably be a week behind from when it was originally posted, so bear with me. But Jim Jones had posted a video of him in Compton, or as you fool ass niggas like to say, Compton, talking about he checking in and he trying to prove Cameron wrong, that he wasn't a fake blood. And before I started talking and playing that video, y'all seen my man Ashawn Campbell talk about how Jimmy's almost 50 years old. Actually, I think he said he was 50. Now Jim Jones ain't actually 50, and I'm the type of nigga I don't like to round up years, because those are years you haven't lived. Space, time, and reality that hasn't existed. So I don't believe in rounding up. A lot of people would like to make the argument, well, it's like rounding up. If you got like 44 cents, you round up to 45. Or if you got 45 cents, it's like you round up to 50. My bad. If it's 5 or more, you round up. One, that's a stupid argument, because you can do that with change. Because although it's not change that you have, it's the difference of what you could have. Meaning, if your order comes up to 10.03 and the clerk gives you 10.05, giving you the difference because they don't have change. Or if your order comes up to 10.03 and they don't have pennies and they give you $10, right? It's the difference. You can do that with change because it does exist, stupid. But I digress. However, I'm not going to go into Jim Jones's resume on how he's a piñata, whether it was the fight at Rutgers with him and Cam, the fact that he ran away from BMF in Miami, the fact that he was stole on by Max B, which is 5'7". Not to mention new information that I got since then. He pulled up on Dame Dash with two dudes that knew Dame, trying to jump Dame. Then when confronted with it, he said he wasn't going. Dame said he wanted to fight Jim. Jim said he didn't want to fight. Dame asked him why he bring two dudes with him. He said to look good. So we know this dude is effectively a coward. Not to mention, when his mezzanine was getting packed out in Boston by some Dominican dudes, he stood on the floorboard panel of the Navigator or whatever car he was. It was a big ass SUV. So we know Jim Jones ain't gonna kill nothing or let nothing die. So the fact that he's almost 50, and I say almost with a courtesy, still trying to prove that he's a gang member. Like, he should be trying to prove he's a gangster, not a gang member. Now, I lived on the West Coast, and them niggas ain't gangster. Not a lot of them. Not the house bangers, the niggas in the neighborhood with flags and shit. Those are gang members, meaning they're part of an organization, but they ain't got no rank. They ain't putting no work in, no major work. The risk don't match the reward for them niggas. Also, when I see dudes from anywhere but California claiming that they're blood or crip, it shows the lack of personality and like identity you have, because it shows how impressionable an organization that was made popular through the media can impress a whole nother coast. Like, that's not even your culture. You look crazy as fuck. And being a nigga that was on the West Coast and has family members in California, in LA, namely, I've actually been to LA and Compton. To see niggas in St. Louis, Detroit, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, anywhere in the fucking 50 states other than Cali, namely Los Angeles. Like, if you're in Marin City or if you're in Oakland trying to bang, you look crazy as hell. So Jim Jones is no exception. Him, Soulja Boy, Chris Brown, and any other corny sounding motherfucker. Like, be yourself. Rep your, hell, come up with a gang. Like, it looks mad stupid. Not only that, I know dudes that come from the East Coast that grew up pre-banging, when gang banging wasn't popular in New York. When I found out they had Crips in New York, that shit blew my mind. Cause I kind of understand the Bloods, even though I don't consider them niggas real Bloods. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. It makes sense though. OG Mac actually was in a West Coast prison, got affiliated, yada yada yada. Went back to New York in '94. You know, he was a rat, but whatever. And he spreaded the banging out there. I don't know what nigga spread it crippin' out there. That shit's crazy. Like, y'all niggas don't have your own gang? I mean, shit, if I was black, I would have joined the fucking Latin Kings, or is that Chicago? I don't know. Either way, all this shit sounds crazy. Start a gang. Or, in Jim Jones' case, like, there's a certain age that you have to retire that bullshit. Like, I know dudes in their mid-40s and early 50s that used to be gang members. They don't bang no more, bro. They're on the bigger and better things. They got children. They got careers. They work at a warehouse. They got a brand new life. You trying to keep up young boy shit. And you're a rapper. That's what makes it even more egregious. Because you can be getting money making songs, right? And I tell people all this time, being a rapper or musician in general is the softest shit next to fucking toilet paper makers in the world. At the end of the day, you are a nigga that makes music. It's not the toughest occupation. Even if you growl or bark all over the beat, you are by definition like a nigga that manufactures a product solely off your damn words. It goes in the same vein as a comedian or a radio personality. Stop it with the tough guy stuff. You ain't moving work. You ain't shot nothing, never robbed nothing, never poked nothing. Niggas, stop fronting. And like, you're well out of almost middle age. Grow up. And then even if y'all like this episode, I hope it wasn't too long, but if it was, it don't matter. Kiss my ass and I'm out.